Hi Capricorn, this is Lena with Cicalia Botanicals, and welcome to your February 2020 horoscope tarot reading. So I want to start off your reading today with an overview of the astrological events happening in the month of February. So on February 3rd, we have Mercury moving into Pisces. So Mercury governs communication, transportation, travel, technology. So Pisces is a very emotional, sensitive, sometimes kind of a hazy, foggy, general vibes type of energy. Hard to put your finger on the specifics of something. So you may find in those areas that I just noted, lack of clarity, a lack of forward movement, or how to go about figuring out how to fix something in those areas. You might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed by one of those areas in your life, and communication potentially being a little bit more mucky than usual. Now, maybe unfortunately, we have Mercury going into retrograde later this month on February the 16th, where it will stay until March 9th. It will start off in Pisces and move into Aquarius. So what does that mean for you? Now, you're an earth sign. This retrograde will be a little bit more difficult, honestly, for fire and water signs, at least in the beginning. So yay, good. What you may find though, I think I don't want to focus too much on the potential negatives of a Mercury retrograde, because I think that Mercury retrograde can sometimes have a bad rap, and it actually gives us the opportunity to reflect and rework things. We can really utilize retrograde energy when we know about it in advance, and have the information ahead of us, which is what I hope to do with these videos for everyone, is to allow the spiritual guidance for my tribe here to set you up to have the benefit of the future knowledge of how to better react, respond, or just act and navigate energies so that your life is happier, healthier, and wealthier, right? So this would be a time, this Mercury retrograde, to really do a little bit more of your unconscious, subconscious dream work and spiritual work. Now I have on February 7th, going back, the Mercury in Pisces is really good for mystic work. So it would be a good time too to revisit work that you've already started in these realms. Any sort of psychological, spiritual, mystic work that you have engaged in the past that you're in the process of, especially anything that you've hit a hurdle with, revisit, and it might be easier for you to get past that. So that's kind of neat, right? On February 7th, we have Venus moving into Aries. So that is Venus ruling the areas of love, beauty, and riches. And Aries is a very fiery sign, a very passionate sign, a very confident sign. A little bit of an egotistical energy at times, very self-centered at times. So use this energy to be aware of your own self-involvement and how that can be a beneficial thing for you and make your life better, and in some ways, honestly, those around you life's better. It's your time to focus on yourself, to fill your own cup, to have your me time, which is very important, and fill your soul with everything that you need to give you passion, but also take note of like where your needs aren't being met, and how can you work on fulfilling those needs for yourself. You may be feeling a little bit more adventurous in one or more of those areas, feeling a little bit more impulsive, so be aware of that. rein that in. That's just the energies at us, and come from your own centered space. You may find you're investing in yourself more, so yay, that's a really beautiful and positive thing. Exploring your own personal needs, your own personal desires and wants, and how that can better your life and make you feel more fulfilled. On February 9th, we have the full moon moving into Leo. This Capricorn, you're already a little bit of a stubborn goat, right, sign. And so you may honestly be feeling this tendency to be amplified over this full moon. So try not to butt heads with people or get into arguments, knowing that that energy is just going to be amplifying those tendencies a little bit more right now, and it will pass the 2 days before and after the full moon on February 9th. This is also a time that you will be feeling your creative energy on the rise. You may be feeling a little bit more of a stronger urge to be social. You will have more energy, and you might be reflecting a little bit more on your past, accomplishments and your past failures in your professional realm and love life. And what I would say is that this is a great time as the full moon, after the full moon, moon energy begins to wane, to let go of any sort of energetic cords that are no longer serving you from the past, to fully embrace and step into your future. I mean, looking at your reading, which you can't see yet, like that's a huge thing going on for you this month. So that is actually very significant for you this month, this full moon on the 9th, and moving forward. So like the 10th onward in the month is acknowledging your energetic drains and getting real about where those are stemming from, within yourself, within your environment, within other people, and handling it, dealing with it, cutting it off, and really creating some solid, healthy boundaries, and moving forward in life with more awareness and purpose. And you will see that that energy is the energy that you put in will come back to you so magnified. You will be astounded, and really, I think you're going to be starting, like, really at the end of the month, some serious motivation, kicking some things into gear for you that you've been wanting to get going for a while, whatever that area of your life is for you this speaks to. So on February 16th, we also have Mars moving into your sign in Capricorn. So Mars is what governs power, how we fight, our sexual energy as well. So you might feel those areas, your confidence is like really coming back home mid-month. You're really feeling your Kundalini energy aligning if you've been doing the work, and if you haven't, get that shit in line. Meditate, center, focus, do the self-work. And like I said, the work that you put in this month is going to be really amplified, magnified. I'm hearing this month the power of 9, and so really take advantage of that. It's not always that way, right? February 18th, we have the sun moving into Pisces, which is a water sign, which is it is your opposite Capricorn. It's all the feels, and you're like, no thank you, but you will feel it, I think, in a positive way in your creativity, really exciting you. And the theme I have coming for all of us this Pisces season is transcend the bullshit. whatever the bullshit is in your life, your outside life, your internal life, see it for what it is and transcend that shit. Level the fuck up, and it's gonna happen. February 23rd, we have the new moon in Pisces again. More of that water energy. This is actually really going to be a good time for more spiritual growth, mystic work. This is a lot of inner work. For some Capricorns, it might be a significant shadow work period, which is not always the easiest, but Capricorn is very strong emotionally for the most part. So this is work that you totally can handle and will seriously benefit from. So do not shy away from it. The full moon, February 23rd, and what I see in your reading too, you have some serious like rebirth stuff going on. A lot of us will this new moon, but I am really seeing this month this really happening for you, that there is a whole new way of seeing yourself, of kind of like reinventing yourself. And for a lot of us, there will be some tensions in finance or pleasure. Maybe some feelings of like resenting, sacrificing pleasure, or for Capricorns who can be quite the workaholic, maybe the tension is coming from outside, like that maybe you're becoming very workaholic and maybe others around you are resenting that. That'll show itself, but like I said, it's tensions and not a significant issue. So realize that it's not a deal breaker or a non-starter, if you will. So that's a general overview for you. I hope that helps you. Oh, I have also the 23rd, we have some detox energies happening, but they're going to be quite pleasant. So any of you wanting to quit something, this new moon is going to be like a really good time. You will find you'll have a lot more success and it'll be a lot easier for you. Or, you know, you want to start eating healthier, it'll be a lot easier for you to let go of the sugar cravings and so forth, or even just detox from toxic thought patterns or beliefs. It'll be really easy to release that into the world, into the universe, and to let it dissolve for you, do the work for you. So for your theme, I picked this month from the Kuan Yin Oracle deck. And you got the Sacred River, and I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing this right, Yangtze? I know I'm not saying that right. So this theme is, whoa, so cleansing by sacred water. You are having a serious rebirth of your emotional life, of your life direction, past traumas and wounds being purified and fully healed. The flow of energy and the momentum in your life, excuse the shaking, is like, whew, like totally new, like unbefore. It'll be in good though, in a good way, in a very exciting way, and your life circumstances just changing, and it'll be slightly overwhelming, but you've got this. I'm looking at your reading too. You do have the Ten of Wands come up in your near future at the end of the month, so there will be a sense of an overwhelm, but it's an overwhelm or a burden, if you will, that you can handle, that you can manage. It's just going to feel a little heavy for a little while, and that's okay. Because you are flowing and you are growing and things are realigning and life is like shifting all around you and within you for you and for your benefit. You are now entering this new phase of your higher destiny and calling. And Kuan Yin, I wanted to read to you the prayer at the sacred river. Kuan Yin, divine ancient river mother, sacred soul of the Yangatsi, I receive the spiritual waters of your cleansing and illumination now. Bless my path and my process with your mercy and potency. May I reveal and realize myself in a new way now, without fear and without attachment to the past. May I allow the sacred river to chart my course, carving out my highest divine destiny and path now of my own free will. So mote it be. Om Mani Padme Hum. So big changes, changes. David Bowie song, right? I think that might be what I title this. So your reading today, I did a bigger reading. So this is actually going to be a longer reading. I was hoping to keep these around 15 minutes. Obviously, I'm at 15 minutes right now. It might be more like a half an hour. So if you're interested in the reading starting at 16 and a half minutes. We have here for your larger reading today, your Celtic cross spread, where you currently stand, Ace of Pentacles, being crossed by Judgment. Oh, if you didn't know, this deck that I'm using right now is the Wild Unknown Tarot. In your most recent past, I have the Fool. Just ahead of you, 10 of Wands. Dominating your thoughts, the Ace of Cups. In your heart, the 7 of Pentacles. Advice, 3 of Cups. Mother of Pentacles. In your position, I read this a little differently for this deck. This is that which you have no control over, so that which you need to learn to let go. You have no control over this surrendering to. There we go. And then I have a 7 of Wands, hopes and fears affecting you most this month. And then Ace of Wands, what's affecting you most this month, final outcome. So you're starting off this month, I think, really like in a new mindset of your foundation, or you have your foundation, like you are feeling like, okay, this is where I'm at, this is where I'm supposed to be, and I'm getting started, and let's get things going. But what is crossing you is Judgment. So I see that your perfectionist tendencies, your judgmental tendencies are actually getting the best of you, and you're being wicked hard on yourself. And this is actually preventing you from success and progress. Like, you're just beating yourself up, and you're spending so much time and energy on this, that if you just would let it the fuck go and move forward and just start doing stuff. Like for an earth sign, a little bit too much in your head right now for your own good. Yeah. Right behind you, the Fool. So something in your life you have completely restarted. Or seeing new. Even yourself. It could be even like seeing yourself in a brand new way of being, like, or a decision that you've made very recently, like a whole, like, this is my rebirthing. This is what I am. This is who I am now, or this is what I do now. In your thoughts, dominating your thoughts, Ace of Cups this month. So, and then in your heart, 7 of Pentacles. you're making sacrifices, definitely, or you have sacrifices you need to make in your heart space. Sorry, this is a very interesting reading, because honestly, I'm going to say this right now. As I was reading it, so my partner is a Capricorn, and I freaked out a little bit because even though, strangely, I don't, this reading I do for my tribe, right, and of sea witches, is, if you would call yourself that. You might not. But I'm not even sure if necessarily, like, he is part of my tribe for my readings anyways. But when I read this, I see pregnancy, conception, and birth, like, in this reading a great deal for this month, and I totally freaked out. So Ace of Cups, like, on your mind. So it could be some genuine, pure love on your mind a lot. What your true heart's direction in life, your purpose, what gives you joy and fulfillment. That's on your mind. Like, either finding it, or I feel you know what it is, you have it, or conception, and then in your heart, sacrifice. So, like, sacrifice, it could be like the sacrifice that you need in order to keep this, or have this, or make this heart fulfillment yours. Be yours, stay yours, become yours. And this new path, person that you are, route that you are taking, beginning, child you just conceived, business you just started, whatever it is feeling overwhelming, feeling exhausting, weighing you down. But don't worry, because I see the cards all coming. You know, this is reaching the pinnacle before we start again into something new. Like, this feeling of, like, oh, heavy is temporary, because we do see coming around to your final position at the end of the month, the Ace of Wands. So literally, like, full cycle, we have the Ten of Wands back to the Ace of Wands. Advice, Three of Cups. So celebration, celebrating a birth, or celebrating a new decision, a new beginning, a new relationship, or a new way of being in a relationship, spending time with friends. But usually this is like a celebration, so it could be just celebrating your accomplishments and all of your hard work and who you've become, or the business you've started, or, you know, the growth that you have done in your own personal work, and celebrating that with others. Mother of Pentacles, so what you need to let go of, or what you don't have control over. So this was another reason, so, like, celebrate, this is like a celebrating in a pregnancy announcement, right? Could be. Or this Mother of Pentacles, which you don't have control over, is the birth of a new child, or conception or pregnancy of a new child. Or it could be the your foundations of your home, like, or your career, learning to let go of, like, the financial situation that is what it is, if that makes sense for you. We have the Seven of Wands, which is feeling like you have to defend yourself. So you're afraid that you might feel like you have to defend yourself, or defend your actions, or defend your career, or defend the way you spend your time, or the events of your life. So I think that this is where this theme comes back in for you, and your cleansing, and in your story too. I have the rebirth card, is the death or the rebirth card, really. This feeling of like, or defending something that seems like, fighting for something that feels like maybe you can't win, but you do ultimately. And that might be where this feeling of overwhelm or burden is coming in as well. But I see that more as like a fear, like it's a fear holding you back. Like there's something that you want to do, and you're like still afraid to do it. Like you feel like you're going to have to defend yourself for this decision, and you don't want to, and you're overwhelmed by it. But I have here the Ace of Wands. So so the Ace of Wands is also symbolizing, so the Ace of Wands and Cups. See, this is also why I like this is conception. So it can be conception of a new idea, a new life, a new move, a new career, a brand new business. It's usually something very creative, and it's something that you're very passionate about. Like, you already know, what are you passionate about? What makes you happy? What makes your heart full? Like, what is on your mind all the time? Like, what are the things that you think about that make you happy and smile and joyful and grateful for life, right? You will find some brand new something. You're moving towards this brand new, right? Brand new. But it's a brand new, and not honestly not a baby chick. Okay, it's brand new with all the wisdom of life lessons behind you. So another reading that I did that I want this to parallel with is this 9 card, which actually ended up being a 10 card story for you that I'm going to interpret to you without actually revealing the cards. So you have the month starting out with something in your life ending or having ended, and some new rebirth, and you're feeling very strong about some partnership in your life. Your love life could be a business partnership, it could be your career, or community even, but there is some thing that you're like, yes, I got this part of my life figured out, finally. Okay, so you're solid there. But then there's some other aspects of your life, like you kind of got this Eeyore syndrome about, and you're not really seeing everything that life is presenting you with, and like you've got some really awesome shit being handed to you, and you're not seeing it. Like, oh, woe is me, oh, I don't have this, oh, I don't have that, that's so hard. And life is like standing next to you and being like, hey girl, like I'm giving this to you, like, why don't, and I'm not saying this to be mean, but like your head is a little bit in your, like up your ass, like, or it's not like, you gotta pull your head out of your ass, that's what I should be saying, you gotta pull your head out of your ass. And when you do that, and you go, oh my god, actually, holy shit, like I've got this, I've got this, I've got this, I've got this, and then you're like, oh my god, I have all these options, that you find things propelling forward in such a fast way, like, whoa. You will have to put the work in, and you have put the work in a lot of ways. Like, who you are today is because of all the work that you have been doing for years, especially in the past probably year or two, say more significantly, and that will be weighed. Like, so take advantage, like I said, of the energies this month, and how, well, the work that you put in will come back to you magnified, because there is a little bit of a, well, what do you, there's a little bit of karma at play, maybe I should say. But ultimately, you're going to feel incredibly successful, like on top of the mountain, and wanting to shout to the world how happy you are and how proud of yourself that you are for everything that you've accomplished. And the weird thing is that when this happens, some things, people, places, circumstances will just fall away. And you might not understand why. And some of it might be painful. Some of it might not even be evident right away to you. But this is all a part of your, I guess, cosmic leveling up, if you will, or the theme of your month, right, of your cleansing, your rejuvenating, your rebirth into this next new book of who you are to be. Not even chapter, but it's like a whole new book. And when these things fall away, it's actually allowing new things to open up to you, and you will start to receive what you feel like earlier you weren't receiving, or were upset about not having, or this feeling of lack maybe that you were having. And you will see some really like beautiful emotional bliss and beautiful new, like, deep down heart wishes coming true. And that, where I said earlier, motivation's coming into play, like, that is what's going to motivate you. You're going to start to see these things like coming real for you, whatever these deep-rooted desires are for you, deep-rooted heart and soul desires coming true for you, that you're going to find this motivation, this drive, this ambition that you may have not known before, which is weird to say to Capricorns who are known for their motivation, drive, and ambition. But you're going to be pursuing something, at least, honestly, at least one thing about the foundation of your life and where you're looking, your primary and secondary focuses in your life of what you're wanting to work on right now with full force. And you're going to be going after those with a wicked intensity, and you will see results because of it. And March, especially the end of March, should be interesting in a really good way. So keep it up. Don't get discouraged. Do the bullshit, transcend the bullshit by doing the shadow work, by doing the work that you need to do, by getting true to yourself about your needs and who you are and what you are and aren't doing in order to have the life that you want and deserve, okay? Because there's things that you can do to change it, and the universe is going to be changing some things within and around you too, whether you like it or not, and it's all going to be for the good in the long run, definitely. But you'll even see it in the short run. By the end of March, you'll be like, oh, so that's what that was about. So, preemptive congratulations, I guess I will say. I have no idea what's going on, but yeah, some of you might be pregnant or about to get pregnant or about to conceive your huge idea or your new business, or your new love, or yeah, there are some seeds. There are some seeds though being planted for sure. Exciting times. So yeah, thank you for checking back in, Capricorn, and I hope this helps you in your upcoming month, and it helps you with your decision making and your reactions and your actions in the month of in the month of February 2020. And may this month bring you more happiness, better health, and bigger wealth. Thank you.